Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jesus. I just touch the bloody thing and it gets too close. Hello, Shelby. How are you, beautiful lady? Tablet is dirty. My daughter's been using it, so. Alright. I'm just gonna. My daughter's been using my tablet because her phone's been down. So, I'm going to do the spinny. Oh gosh. That doesn't count. That I hit that button by accident. This roll does not count. We're going to try and re-spin that for the pencils for today. Let's see. Take that sound out. See what we got today. Alright, Thornton's it is. My Thornton pencils. So I'm going to grab those and I'll be right back. Here you go. Love you. Might have to respin because I don't have very... Summer, I need that again, please! I'm gonna have to respin because I cannot find my Thornton pencils. Sorry. So, I will have to respin. I am so sorry. I will find them for next time. Hi, John. How are you? Hey, Brooke. Oh, gosh. Okay, that I know I have. Thank you. Go. I know I have my artist grade ones here somewhere. Just gotta find them. I know they're here. All these. Okay, I think I got it. Boy, these are my older pencils, these artist grade ones. They're, I had these, holy heck, for a long time. I've had them for a long time. So, I've been missing quite a few, but I have enough colors to work with, I believe. Not many, but we'll make it work. I don't know if I have the whole set, but if I find my little box that I have, I have like a little out. I just don't know what I did with it. I had a Oh, ouch. Yeah, I have a little tin box that has all the spare ones. My husband must be walking through the door. Hello, hello. Um, just give me a second. I'll get my husband's phone so I can see the... Oh my goodness, my pups. Just give me a second, guys. I'm a little disorganized right now. Oh, that's good. Oh, okay.
Hope, something for Hope.
Okay.
Mine's on a wheelchair until he got his fixed.
Yeah.
So he's on his way down.
Okay. Here?
No.
Okay, well, I'm doing the live, so I need your phone, though. Okay, so, yes, we have I spun to the artist grade pencils. And I have the ones that are in front of me, plus the ones in my box here that are artist grade. I use them a lot when I was coloring, so I got these years ago. It must have been about 5 years ago, maybe. I got these pencils. Just give me a second so I can bring up.
Shut up!
Oh my. Alright, now I can see everybody's chat. There we go. Hello, hello, everybody. You guys are awesome. Okay, so, let's see what picture I decide to do today. Something simple. Doesn't take a lot of colors.
The chair's cold.
Okay.
Feels nice and wet.
Yeah. I just want to find something that doesn't take a lot of colors.
You would color yourself.
How is everyone? How are you guys doing? I'll zoom out just a little bit. So, see if that helps a bit. That's too far. My gosh.
Told you she could jump.
That's a little better. Alright.
I told you she could jump up.
Okay. It's fine, honey. I'm doing a live
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay.
It's different than when I'm on Instagram.
Okay. I'm your child.
Victoria, please don't.
I'm just saying, I'm your child. There's nothing wrong with me sitting here. Yeah? Huh?
I don't know. Should we do this girl in pinks? What do you guys think? Pinks and blues, I think. Oh, bloody animals. Drive me crazy. You're coloring in 50 mythical miniatures? What do you guys think of her in pinks and blues, maybe? I think that one would look cute in pinks and blues. Yeah, let's go with this, I guess. I'm not perfect at stuff, but we'll go with her. So that is from the Alexander Francis's Magical Chibis book. And just move that coffee out of here. Feels different today. I'm just gonna... Alrighty, so how's everybody's week been? Everybody had a decent week, or... So I want to do her hair blue of some sort. That's good to hear, honey. Yeah. So these pencils here are, they're not bad pencils. I mean, I got these when I, like I said, when I first, at the beginning of my coloring journey, really, like 5 years ago sort of thing. And they're a little softer than a Crayola, to be honest. Much softer than a Crayola. I'm just trying to find a lighter shade for the base color of the hair. Let me see what I can find in here. No, that's too... This is a little nibby. That one looks pretty good. But we'll just double check again with another color. That's more of a bluey green. Let's see. Some more with this. Yeah, I think we can get that one to work with that. Sounds like a good plan. I think. Oh, really? Why is that, Shelby? What was the reason for that? So we're going to use this one here as a base. Ooh, that's not good. Well, hopefully they don't find that. Hopefully they find nothing to be too concerned about. Hopefully, for your sake. But yeah, these pencils, I think I bought them a while ago. They're not, like I said, they're a little softer than Crayolas. They're not as oily or, you know, as a Prisma, but they are pretty nice pencils. I mean, I've used them so much I don't have a full set anymore, but we'll make do with what I do have, because, well, we gotta use them up, don't we? So, we're gonna do her hair blue. I'm gonna do some of her clothes, like, pink. Yeah, we're gonna go pink with her outfit. And, I guess we'll go from there, because I don't really have many colors to work with in this set. Like I said, I've used a lot. Hang on a second. I think I might have a set mixed up. So, Okay, I did find them. Sorry. I found the other box I had. Okay. So, get rid of this. Right here. Alright. Sorry again about all that. Now we have more colors. That's better. Anyway, I was just wondering, like, what the heck happened there? I don't remember all that. You know, just having that little bit. Alright, now we do have better colors. Thank goodness. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, guys. So, what would you guys like to talk about today? Anything in particular? Remember, this is a safe spot. So, if you have anything to talk about, there's no judgment. Yep, no judgment and no, you know, any of that. Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot about today, honestly. To be honest, I forgot today was Saturday and I almost totally forgot about the live, so that's, so there really was almost no live. If I hadn't remembered today was Saturday. And with my days and my nights mixed up, and me not sleeping as much lately, I had all my days mixed up. So, what I found out are Artist Loft pencils and Artist Grade pencils are the same pencil. Like, it's the same brand almost, if that makes sense. I did finish the Yeti from last week's live with my Starjoy Golds. And this is how he turned out. I used a stencil in the background and I used my paint pen to highlight, but the entire thing is colored in the Starjoy Golds. And I think he turned out super cute. So today it's this pretty little girl. Let's see. This is the color we're going with for her hair. I might have to flip her upside down just to get, because I don't like this part in the way. I want to make sure I get you guys in the picture here. Is that good, ladies? Are we okay in this frame? I hope so. I can zoom out a bit more if you want, so you guys can see the whole picture if you want. Tomorrow is Father's Day. Anything in particular anybody's doing tomorrow for Father's Day? I know they're doing a car show downtown tomorrow for fathers. My dad passed when I was, 18. So, but I do have my husband. You got your dad a card? Well, that's nice, Dawn. Anybody have any big plans for Father's Day or taking Dad out to dinner, having a barbecue, anything like that? I haven't really colored much this month because of the way I haven't been sleeping. And when I do get the urge to color, though, I color and color and color away as much as I can because I don't know when the next time my brain is going to feel like coming to color, which is driving me crazy because I do love to color and it does make me feel better about myself. But I don't know why this seems different today. Hang on, guys. Maybe it's because I'm not over my picture today. Usually I'm over. Yeah. See? There we go. That's better, isn't it? I had my phone on an angle. Usually I don't have it on an angle. That's why it looked weird to me. I got it now. Silly me. I've been looking on Amazon for some new books by different, artists and publishers. I found a few new ones, but I'm still on the fence about some of them, so, but, I mean, Camellia books are an automatic buy for me and stuff, but, and like Alexander Franzese are automatic buys, and certain Southern Lotus ones I will pick up and stuff like that, but I'm talking about publishers that aren't really known. And artists that, I think everybody deserves a chance to be seen and known in the coloring community. Everybody starts somewhere. It's just like a colorist, right? We all start somewhere. And it takes time to build up, some, so people get to know you and alright, so I gotta find a color, but 2 colors for her hair. So we use this for the base. Just want to find 2 colors that would go nice with this. I don't know yet. This one will work. Maybe this one? No. We'll see. Might be that one, might be a little darker. We'll see. We shall see, ladies. Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends either, though, Dawn. Like, I do in the coloring community, but... And I have a few close friends, that I talk to and hang out with around me, but... For the most part, I'm a little homebody, to be honest. If I can, I'll avoid going out. So... But I think when COVID hit, it's done a lot of damage to a lot of people. Mentally and, it did more damage than any good, honestly. Yeah, we all isolated ourselves, but now a lot of us, we got so used to that staying home kind of feeling that you just don't, want to deal with public. And people have become more ignorant, more rude, less patient, if you ask me. Um, yeah, no manners whatsoever anymore. It's almost like manners went out the window. And I'm not just talking about, people out there. I mean, we all started, online shopping and ordering food in, getting some, Instacart where somebody does your groceries for you. I mean, everybody. And everything has become so, easy by the touch of a button that a lot of people don't socialize anymore. A lot of people are very, very recluse and very isolated from the outside world. My older neighbor is like that. She goes outside now and she has a panic attack. She hasn't been outside since COVID. you know. Um, so she honestly doesn't even come. She used to come out and sit on her porch and greet all the neighbors as they walked by. And now you can barely get her to come out on her porch without having a severe panic attack, you know. And it's kind of sad to see because she just, yeah. And that's what I mean. Everybody's, COVID did so much damage. And the other thing is technology moved so fast during COVID. you know, um, it really did move really fast during COVID. Things were coming out that, like apps and stuff were coming out that we never had before, but now these companies are making tons of money because of the delivery apps. You know, anything can be delivered now. It just used to be like pizza and Chinese food used to have a delivery system. Now, anybody can order anything from any restaurant and it gets delivered. So, oh yeah, lots of people did. Dawn. A lot of people lost their jobs through COVID, and it was heartbreaking. And now the people who do, who want to go back to work, it's hard to find a job. It really is. It's definitely not easy to find any type of job nowadays. So, I'm trying to find an angle for me to get at with this hair here. So I just think, it's nice to see, when people go out and they're out and about and enjoying life, but a lot of people aren't really enjoying it, because there's so much ignorance and so much, rude, people. And they become so angry and so, I don't know, just angry at the world. It's just sad to see, that's all. Why they're so angry and people are taking, and nowadays the way people take advantage of other people just to get something they want is even worse now than before. I mean, there's always been people out there that took advantage of others, but I think, again, it became worse when we had to be isolated. Well, that's good, Dawn. That really is a good thing, honey. Hey, Lynn. How are you, honey? I am using artist grade artist loft pencils for today. That's what the wheel spun to. So that's what we're using today, girl. And let me pull you out. We are just talking about how COVID did more damage than good to people, Lynn. We're talking about, how the isolation has caused a lot more harm than it did any good for some people, to be honest. And about how ignorant people have become since COVID. Thank you, darling. Yeah, so that is the discussion at the moment about, I was talking about my neighbor when COVID happened. We all had to be isolated and everything. And with the 3 years that COVID was around and we were isolated, now she used to sit on her porch every day, greet, the neighbors as they walked by, da 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 da. And now she can't even get out on her porch without having a panic attack. So right? I think that's a lot of the problem, right? A lot of people hate leaving the house now because there's so much ugliness. Like, it just made people miserable. And to me, it's just be happy that you're alive. I mean, so many people didn't make it during COVID, and there were a lot of people committing suicide over it too. Like, they couldn't handle the isolation. And, yeah. And suicide is the highest it's ever been within teenagers, they said. I was watching something. I can't remember what the heck I was watching, but they said it's the worst it's ever been with teenagers right now. So I don't think that's a good thing, But kids are cruel. They really are cruel. Yep. Between the ages of 13 to 16, suicide has become really, really bad. Uh-oh. Did we lose internet for a minute? I don't know. It kicked out for a second. Hello, Deb. Sorry if my internet kicked out. I apologize. Well, yeah, that too. It made me a heck of a lot lazier, but, But the problem was, and I think that's why the coloring craze got so big too during COVID, and people were just trying to find things to do so they wouldn't go batshit crazy, to be honest. If you think about it. Yeah. I mean, I was coloring long before COVID, so I didn't really worry too much about that, but, a lot of diamond painting came out and during COVID, and it was just, things were being created. Yeah, things were just being created to keep people occupied, and the DIY stuff that was coming out, holy crap. Some of that stuff I just found amusing because, some of this DIY stuff is like, really, you must have been really, really bored to come up with some of the things that people came up with, to be honest. and just the way society has been lately. I think the world is, and technology is going way too fast for people nowadays to catch up, and by the time, we start understanding something or comprehending something, something else, you know, comes out in place of it, and then you have to learn all over again. So I just, for some people, it's just moving too fast. They can slow it down just a little. Not by much, but enough for, us to get a grasp on things. And if they would have told me when I was younger how the world would be, well, or what it was like, what it would be like to be an adult in general, they don't warn you about all the hardships of being an adult. They don't prepare you for that stuff growing up, do they? And they still don't prepare the kids for, being an adult and dealing with what adults have to deal with. But I also believe it's very hard to be a teenager in today's day and age. And there's a lot of, older people that are hard on teenagers and, stuff like that. Well, put yourself in their shoes and what they're going through right now. We had it easy compared to what these kids go through nowadays, to be honest. And I have teenagers. All my kids are pretty much older, and oh yeah, yeah, just, people don't want relationships anymore. They just want a booty call or whatever the case may be. Most guys, not all guys, and it's not just the guys. There's women out there too. They just don't want relationships, period. To them, it's not worth it, And I've been with my husband for 19 years. So right? Kick him in the shins. Or a little higher. I mean, it's mean, but that's my theory anyway. Alright, so I want to go with this color for the bows. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that color. Alright, we'll go with pinks first. Ooh, that's a bright one. Yay. That was a bright pink that I just had. Like a neon. No, I don't want the neon. Don't want that color either, but it might have to be the way to go. I don't know. Let's see what other pinks I have in here. Excuse the arm, guys. Sorry about my arm. Oh my gosh. Heck no. You should know me by now, Winnie. I'm not going to tell you off. You know that. Heck no. It's kind of like Might keep you out though. Oh yeah, that's the neon pink. Don't really have many choices for pinks, so we are going to have to make do with what we got, I guess. Well, I guess this pink and this one will work. Yeah, that pink and that. Okay, these three will work for now. Yeah, you won't be told off, girly. I mean, I've dealt with some pretty nasty, nasty ones in my life, so. I think I just broke, oh, no, I didn't break my lead. That's a surprise. Alrighty. It's all good, honey. Go do your phone call or whatever you need to do. We'll be here. So has anybody found any new books? Have you ordered any new supplies? Anything going on, you ladies? Anything in particular? I'm just looking. Okay, that's her top. That's her skin. Okay. I just have to make sure I knew what was what around here. I found a few new books. Some are hand-drawn, and then some are AI. Now, like I said before, some artists are turning to the whole AI situation and starting to do that. But some AI books aren't overly bad, and technically, really, I mean, there have been AI books I've gotten that are really, really bad. But lately, the ones I have been finding have been pretty good. Okay, honey. Joshua Dunbar, what new book has he got coming out? I was thinking about, because I love anything tropical and anything like that, and I'm not a mandala person, but I do like Alexander Franzis's book, the Summer Mandalas book. I do like that one, but I'm not a mandala person, so it's kind of like a maybe in my cart. Well, on my wish list, it's a maybe situation, to be honest. Because I don't know if it's going to be worth it to me. And I know Kamalia should be coming out with a new book. He has a Easy Summer one coming out. Okay. Doesn't he have an Easy Summer book? I thought he did. I know Emily Chawa just came out with the 2 new books, which is the Cute Cats book, and she came out with a Secret Worlds #2 book, and the second book to her Secret World series is, I find, a lot cuter than the first one she created. So I'm thinking about that. One's in my cart. Yeah, and that's why I said, like, I do like her book, and I like the creatures and stuff, so it's just the whole repetitiveness is what gets me. But I think, I mean, doesn't have to be repetitive. You don't have to color everything identical in the mandala, right? So, I mean, there's ways around stuff like that. So, it is definitely in my cart and my wish list. So, and you know me and my kawaii. I love anything kawaii. So. All that cuteness. There's so much I want to color, and so much so much I want to do and color, and I'm still working on my picture from Mystical Worlds by Coco Wyo. They now have an Etsy shop, so but they haven't put any new books up on their Etsy shop, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I know they were supposed to have some new books, Coco Wyo, but they haven't put anything out. The way Tyson Art is going with her new pictures in her Etsy shop, it looks like her next book is going to be either nursery rhymes or fairy tales. So that's another book I'll be looking for hopefully soon, because I know Tyson Art has been putting out books, I think, once every 2 months or something like that. So that's another one. Deborah Muller just put out that 250 pager. I know, Deb, you got it because you had colored a few pictures from it already. So I'm looking forward to that. Don't want to use my blender too much because it'll smudge the grayscale on this picture, and then we'll be in really big trouble because it'll just make everything muddy. So, do we go with like a mint green color or an aqua color? Let's see. Actually, we'll go with this color, like a tealy blue color. I think that'll look nice. I know we have a tealy blue around here somewhere. I just don't know what I did with it. I think it's this one. No, this one is more. Yeah. Hello, Lynn, stranger. Long time no see. So yeah, I believe there will be a few new books within, well, I do know that, well, heck, Mythographic Books have a lot that are, I guess, lying in wait, I guess you can say. They have a lot already lined up. Ooh, nice. Is it your dance recital or you're watching a dance recital? Oh, I didn't outline this part. Shoot. No bueno. No bueno. this. So what's everybody up to? Anything coming up that's special for you? That something is, you know, maybe you got birthdays, or my one daughter, she's turning 16, July 16th, so that's exciting. We're really excited about that. Feels like yesterday we had her, so time does fly, I guess they say. And you blink and you miss it. I mean, she's my fourth daughter, so Father's Day dinner tomorrow. Well, that's good. That'll be nice. Father's Day dinner. You'll be 30 in December. That's it, eh? I will be 42 September 1st. No, 41, sorry. My husband will be 42. Duh. I got that mixed up, didn't I? Making myself older than what I am. What else is new? Alrighty. Yeah, there's, you know, other than, and school's almost over for my kids. I know in some states, you know, school is already out, but you guys in the States start earlier than we do in Canada. Our kids go back pretty much the second, well, into the second week of September, and they go to the end of, they go to the end of June here. Hey Leslie, how are you, honey? You feel old now. You're not old, lady. But you know what? I guess you can count our blessings that we're alive, right? That's one good thing. We can all count our blessings that we're alive, and just be happy that we can, you know, color and enjoy, you know, the little things in life that bring us happiness. I'm not perfect at, you know, the lighting or where the light's coming. I just go, like when I color, I put, you know, whatever, wherever I think it looks nice. Do the button here. And, no, should we go with... We'll go with this color for now. Oh, and are we still good, guys? Or did I cut out again? I'm sorry if I did. I really don't know why it keeps doing that on my end. Oh my gosh, just because you're over 50 doesn't mean you're old, ladies. I don't see that as old. My kids see it as old. My younger girls. My one daughter, her friend said, how old is your mom? She goes, I don't know, she's old. I'm like, excuse me? I'm not old. But I did start having kids very young, so she sees me as old. Because her oldest sister, is going to be 23 this year in December. My one phone, it just keeps the one I'm looking at all the comments on, because when I'm filming or, doing the live here, they have my other phone on my stand here. And the one phone just says, lost connection, retry. So I hit the retry button and it comes back in. So that's why I keep thinking I lost connection. Like, in the stream itself. But it could just be the phone. Putting these together. We're good there. Now, I believe these are like those, what do you call them? Like when you wear lingerie, they hold your stockings up. I guess they're considered suspenders. Right? Heck, you're not old until, there's certain things that you start doing and then you realize, oh man, I'm old. Or, you sound like your mother when you do something, or, you're like, oh my God, I sound like my mother. Have you guys ever caught those moments when you're like talking to your kids or dealing with kids and you realize you sound like your mother, or the things you're saying your mother used to tell you, and it's like, good Lord. It's not something because I remember growing up and listening to my mom or whatever, and I'd say, oh, never. I'd never, be like that. I'd never say stuff like that to my kids. And then it comes down to it, and you're doing the exact same thing, and you're going, ah, crap. Right? You're walking too much when your ankles start to swell. Sometimes you don't even have to do anything and your ankles swell. And you're going, oh my God, what is happening to my body? The one thing they didn't tell you about was everything you eat when you're younger, after you hit a certain age, I think it's like 35, it's almost like your body says, okay, you've saved up enough fat, let's expand. It's like your body just lets go. And all of a sudden you look like a little roly-poly Oompa Loompa. Like, it's just the little things, right? You're going, good Lord, what the hell did I just get myself into, Right? And all you keep thinking to yourself is, oh my God, I sound like my mother. as you're scolding your kids, you know. It's just, oh. Yeah, they don't warn you about all the food that you eat when you're younger. I used to be able to eat anything and never gain a pound. My daughter is like that, my 16-year-old. She can eat all the junk food in the world and she never gains a pound. The girl has abs like crazy. But when you get to like, it seemed like when I got to 35, it was like my whole body just went kaboom. I don't even know how to explain it. It was, you know. And these pencils that I'm using, the Artist Loft, Artist Grade pencils, I got them at Michael's. They do sell them at Michael's. When I got them, they weren't as, they are really expensive now. I guess they've become quite popular. But when I bought them, they weren't, I think they were like $20 for like, I think it was maybe 72, maybe 100 of them, but I did get them at Michael's. Right? I know. And stuff you used to eat when you were younger, your body like, now your body's like, ew, I can't handle it. Or your body just rejects it completely. And it just used to be something that you loved when you were younger. It's like me with ketchup chips. Ketchup chips were my absolute favorite chip. I used to eat them all the time. My parents would be like, what kind of chips do you want? When we would go to the convenience store. And they finally stopped asking because it was always the same thing. And now, I mean, I don't mind eating them, but I would rather like a sour cream and onion chip or... And I don't like the Ruffled chips either. The Ruffled chips are not my thing. They do not like me, the Ruffled chips. My dad used to have this weird combination. I always thought it was weird. He used to drink milk and potato chips. That was his bedtime snack every night. Milk and potato chips. Oh yeah, I know, right? You look at something sweet and you gain a pound or two. Oh, really? Milk and Fritos. Yeah, my dad just loved his milk and potato chips. I'm not saying, like, it's a bad combination, but I've tried it. I mean, it's not bad, but, and then all the superstitions my grandparents would tell me growing up. You know, you can't drink pop in the morning. It'll give you frogs in your stomach. Or, they would say, if you eat the seeds from from a watermelon, you'll have watermelons start growing in your belly. And everybody knows the whole, you touch frogs, you get warts, or whatever the case. And it just the little superstitions that my grandparents would use just to scare us, you know, into not doing something we weren't supposed to do. You know, so. And then you find yourself doing the same thing with your kids as they're growing up. Like when my kids were little, I'd do the same thing. But the other thing was something, oh, You can't have cucumbers and milk. It's like poison to your system. That's what my grandma used to say. Don't drink cucumbers with the milk. It'll make you really, really sick. So for the longest time, I thought it was, even growing up, I thought it was poison to your system. Like it would cause like a toxicity in your system. Until, I had kids and realized cucumbers won't hurt them with milk because that's what they're kids. They were drinking milk. Yeah. My family is from Portugal, and they're really big on like superstitions. Well, not the younger generation, but the older generation is really big on the superstitions. And yeah, that's what they would, tell you growing up. I think it was just the culture itself with the silly little just the silly little things that they would come up with. I don't want to smudge the shading because I don't want that muddy look on her face. It might go a little darker around the edges. Yeah. Oh, there were so many superstitions that my grandparents would tell me. The fat on like a roast or anything like that. My grandparents would tell me that it was skunk meat, It was just the weirdest things that my grandparents would tell me. My grandmother raised me. Well, my grandparents raised all of the grandkids. Growing up, there was 11 of us, and my grandparents raised each and every one of us. So, my grandmother actually just passed away not long ago. She turned 95 in the morning, and she passed away on her 95th birthday at night in her sleep, just before midnight. So, it was sad, but, she had dementia and Alzheimer's, and, it was just hard to see and watch, when you remember your grandmother being, the person that she was. So, yeah. Yeah, skunk meat. That's what they would tell me. It was skunk. I don't know why they came up with that or how they came up with that, but that's what they came up with. So, it was, yeah, a lot of superstition and weird stuff, like... But I guess that's the culture. I don't know. It's a good thing I grew up, right? And I realized, wait a minute, okay. That's a little far-fetched, But when you're a kid, you believe in everything, the people you look up to and respect. You believe in what they tell you. Especially when you're little, So, it was quite the adventure growing up. We spent summers at the cottages, and yeah, all the memories, when my grandfather passed away, he passed away about 10 years ago, my grandmother couldn't keep up with the house, so they put her in a home. My aunts and uncles put her in a home, And which I wish they wouldn't have done, because I mean, technically, she raised all the kids, you know, the grandkids, and I just thought it would be, you know, a little bit more respectful to take care of her than just sticking her in a home and let somebody else deal with her after everything she had done for her kids. And, you know, I appreciate it, Lynn. You know, we know that she's in a better place, and she was the only one left out of everybody she knew growing up, like when she was younger, and her family and stuff. Her sister and her sisters and her brother and her, you know, in-laws and all of them, they were all gone. Her husband, 3 of her kids were gone. My dad and my 2 uncles, they're gone. You know, so just yeah, I think it's just she was just ready to go, you know, to be with family. And now, as for her coat, I don't know what color I should go with for the coat. What do you guys think? Should I go with like the same color as this, or because I can I can go for the armbands. I can do the same color as the straps and stuff. I'm just thinking about the color of the coat. Should I go more purple, or well, I might be able to go this color. Mint green aqua. Alright, let me see. Just want to try something here. I have an idea as to the colors I want to go with for this. I have an idea. Doesn't mean it's going to work. I just have an idea. That might work. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see how it works out. I'm hoping it'll work out the way I want it to. But no guarantees. No guarantees. Let's just go that way. Right. And get this color. Double sharpen that just to be on the safe side, because they haven't been sharpened in forever, so with my luck, you know. Alright, so these are the colors I have. I have this one and this one. So I have light violet and lilac, and then I have aqua and cerulean, or however you pronounce it. I don't know. Cerulean, I think. What? Okay, so we're gonna go opposite to what the outfit is. So I'm gonna do the coat in the aqua.
I know you're lying, but
baby girl. So we're going to do the coat and the aqua, and then we're doing it reverse to this, pretty much. So, let's go to it. I don't know what this girl, I guess she's supposed to be some kind of, well, it is a magical chibi girl, so some kind of sorcery going on. Maybe a love sorcery witch kind of. Oh, my back today is very sore. Now, even these pencils being a budget brand set, I do like coloring with them, because you don't have to press hard to get like a pigment out of them. You don't have to. It wasn't like my master's pencils that I had to really work at it, to be honest, to press on it to get color out of it. They're not oil-based, but they're not, I don't know. I guess they're considered wax, but they almost have like an oil-based feeling when you color with them. So I should honestly do research about all my pencils, but I don't. Because I just like to wing it and, you know, chit-chat with all you lovely people. I love your company, so it gives me something to do, and I get use out of pencils I haven't used in a while, so hey, why not? Last time I used these was about, like I said, 5 years ago. I think my tastes have gotten a little bit better. I mean, like I said, they're not bad pencils. Just my tastes are a little bit more, I'm not saying more expensive, more, I guess I'm a little bit more pickier about my pencils and how they work on paper, and yeah. But it's not a matter of, you know, what do you call it, spending more money on it. Don't get me wrong, I mean, of course I'm going to spend a little bit more money on better grade pencils. But for the price I paid, they're actually not an overly, you know, bad pencil set, to be honest. That's all I'm saying, is for, you know, is sometimes the price you pay, you get what you get, right? I mean, sometimes if you pay cheap for pencils or markers, you're going to get cheap quality. Which, these are a little cheaper quality than the pencils that I use on a normal daily basis. But I can work with these, you know, not and they have nice colors. They do have color names on them. So that's a bonus for that they have color names. That's a plus for these. So lot of budget brand pencils don't have color names, which can be a pain in the rear end and very frustrating when they don't have color names, because even if you want to remember, you know, if you walk away from a picture or whatever, sometimes you do want to write the color names down, so in case you don't come back to it for a few days or whatever the case. And I mean, you can write sometimes they don't even have numbers. Usually when I color, I usually leave all the pencils. I separate the pencils that I'm using into another little thing, or a pencil case, or whatever the case. But some people, they like keeping track and, or, you know, in journals and stuff. So everyone is different, and, you know, everyone has their own method to color and the way they color. They have their own little, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess organized chaos. Their own little organized chaotic mess, pretty much. But there's a method to our madness when we color. And we just all have different methods. Which isn't a bad thing. And we all like what we like. Some like more expensive brands, and you know, and that's okay. It's okay to like more expensive brand pencils. I understand, you know, the want for there are expensive pencils that I really want to try and really want to, you know, use, but unfortunately my budget does not allow that. So I settle for the next best thing. Like Ohuhu markers. I love my Ohuhus. They're affordable for the most part. Sometimes the sets are a little bit outrageous for price-wise, but I did see that they now have ink refills. They've been working on that for a while. Ohuhu. To get ink refills now, so I don't know if it's worth it to just buy the ink refills with your marker, or if it's honestly just cheaper to get just a whole new marker set. I do know they have two different sets of alcohol or pastels. I think they have pastels from the Honolulu and the Oahu Ohuhu pastels. I do want that the double set of the pastels, but they're a little on the pricey side, so I'm gonna have to check into that, or even check into the ink refills, because I could use some of my pastel colors refilled. Colors that I've used. Hey, Zoe! Yeah, I'm more of a pencil girl. I mean, I use my alcohol markers really when I just want to color, and I just don't really feel like doing the whole pencil thing. I go for the easier pages with my markers. And I use my markers mostly for base coats on most of my stuff, so. Oh, Pickle came in too. My goodness. Hello, beautiful. But yeah, usually when I do use, like I said, when I do use my alcohol markers, most of it, that's why I get the pastel colors, because it's mostly for a base coat on most of my pictures, to be honest. And then from there, it's shading, depending on the picture, honestly. The picture has to have, like, bigger areas to color. That's when I use my alcohol markers. And I've colored a few pictures that are all alcohol marker, but and thank you, Pickle. I think she's turning out pretty cute. Oh. Yeah, I think she's turning out alright. I mean, the color choices kind of came to me as I chose the picture, but I didn't really have it in mind when I picked it, to be honest. I just kind of went with the flow. Especially when you're kind of limited to whatever it may be. Yeah, I'd rather the more pale pastel, lighter colors than darker colors. My problem with using alcohol markers is because I don't use them to color pictures often, I usually have a problem of, you know, the pencil or the marker bleeding and going over the line, because of course with alcohol markers it's not like a pencil where you get close to the line, you know. You have to stay just a little bit further away from the lines on the picture to fill in all that space. So that's my only downfall with alcohol markers, to be honest. Great. So, what do you think, Miss Lynn? Do you like that? How's that look? We did the reverse thing on her. I'll bring her down a bit. Is that good, Miss Lynn? Thank you, Zoe. Now, let's see. Oops. Oh, it's like breaking on me. I'm just trying to see. Maybe I'll go with this green for the belt. I think that'll be cute. With that green for the belt. I think that'll work. I believe it'll work. Yeah, I call her Miss Lynn now. Yeah, it drives me crazy when I end up going over the line and then you try to cover it and it just becomes a huge disaster. That's true. That they're not always as easy to work out. I have a few different sets of alcohol markers because, I mean, I'm not an alcohol marker person, but I will, you know. So I try to go for ones that are on sale, typically. I've got Oleeps. I've got Ohuhu mostly. I do have Artify. Yeah, I have Artifies and I have, what are they? Are something, they're a pastel set. I can't remember the name of them. Yeah, they're Artifies too. They just redid the boxes. And yeah, I've got mostly Ohuhus. Then I have, which ones are these? They're called Nyomas. So, it's raining there. It is very sunny and hot here. There's a nice breeze though. True enough, Miss Lynn. Oh my goodness, lots of cars spinning out. Sometimes I wonder how people get away with driving, like how they pass their even driver's test, to be honest. Like, how does that work out, honestly? I'm just curious. Because even here, I mean, we live in Ontario, Canada, and, you know, winter comes every year, so it's not like, you know, they don't know it's coming, and yet people still drive like idiots, and even in the rain too. I mean, our one intersection, a lot of us can't figure out how it keeps happening, but it's like there's lights for all four ways, like there's stoplights for all four ways, so there shouldn't be an accident because you can see either which way you go. Like if you're turning left or you're turning right, you can see what's coming at you. And there are more accidents at that intersection than anything. Oh, have you, Zoe? Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Pickle, was the Ohuhus, that they just have the refills now. And I was saying, is it actually going to be worth it to get the refills, or is it going to be cheaper to just buy, you know, a whole set of markers? That's just my curiosity, I guess, out of what I, you know. Oh, I forgot her belly when I did her skin. Good Lord. I knew something didn't look right when I was doing this. Shoo. How funny is that, eh? I knew something was off, but I couldn't figure it out. Now I figured it out. Don't you love when you color something and you think the picture is done, you realize, holy crap, I forgot a spot. I have the Oleep markers, Lynn, and these are my Oleeps here that I got. I'll show you. These are the ones I got. They're the 100 colors. And I rarely use them, to be honest. I mean, they are a smaller marker, but I don't use them often. Their colors definitely don't depict their, the lid. I mean, this is way brighter than, and it's, the color is not the right name. It says it's pastel violet. It's definitely not that. So, I mean, I do like them. Don't get me wrong. I do like them. They are very juicy, though. So, I still haven't figured them quite out yet. As to, you know, having them not bleed all over the place, you know. Yeah, that's right, Pickle. That's what I was thinking, because there are quite a few colors in my pastel set that I use, and that have dried out on me. And I was going to start looking into the ink refills for those colors. Because I do use those colors quite often. I mean, that's why they're empty, because they're my favorite colors to use. But if it's worth it that way to, if it'll refill my pen a few times, then yeah, it would be worth it. But I would have to see certain colors. Yes, it'll be worth it, but other colors, it might just be easier to go another way. Okay, Zoe. The ellipses that I have haven't yellowed that I've noticed, to be honest. Those ones have not yellowed any of my pictures so far, and I've used them a few times. And I have not noticed any yellowing on any of my pages, so, okay, the Touch New. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't have the Skinny Ohuhus. I was looking into them. I actually have them in my cart because there's like 96 of them for $39.99. But yeah, the paper does make a huge difference. I do notice my Nina paper loves ink. Let me tell you, it just loves to suck up the ink. That's one thing I have noticed about my my Nina paper. Yeah, that's true, Zoe. The Ohuhus are the best budget, friendly, decent markers out there. Yeah, I mean, I've learned to work with Amazon paper, and I think maybe that could be why I have so many budget brands of pencils, is because of that reason. It just seems like it's easier to work with on Amazon paper. I think I'm gonna go with like the blue for her hair on her boots, because we need to bring those colors together from the top to the bottom there. Oh my goodness, I have everything everywhere right now. So I'm gonna bring the blue from her hair onto her boots. I'd love a set of Copic markers, but the square brutes are nice. I bought them, but I haven't used them as often as I should, honestly. Just because of the fact that, well, it's more of a sharpening kind of situation. With the square, it's hard to find a sharpener. What sharpener do you use for your brute pruners there? Is Zoe? Your squares. Yeah, that's true. The budget, you're right, the budget brands do seem to work better on Amazon paper. It's just like you said, you have to have the knack for making them work, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna flip her around here so I can get to her feet now. I know, I do a lot of flip-flopping of my pages every which way. I'm sorry if I've missed comments, ladies. I'm trying to keep up, I really am. If I've missed your comment, I apologize. But, yeah, so I do love my Ohuhus, but certain colors definitely need refilling. I'm surprised it took Ohuhu this long to to create the refills for their markers, to be honest. I would have, I don't know if you guys have seen the ads. It's on Instagram every once in a while. But it's a new marker that's come in, and it's the Olo markers. It's OLO, and they're quite pricey as well. I looked up those, and they were quite pricey. They're like, for 12 of them, I think it was like $64 or something. Yeah, the Copics you can refill, which is a good thing. But yeah, I was just surprised that Ohuhu just never came out with, the refills sooner than they have, But yeah, you want those, the Olos? Oh, they're not in. See, I went on their website. That's where I found the prices for them. I went on the Olo marker website. So I don't know if they would deliver to the UK, because I think it said worldwide shipping when I checked. As far as I know, people say it's cheaper to buy, and that was what I was curious about. Would it be cheaper to just buy the refills, or cheaper to just replace the whole marker itself? So I haven't looked at the price of the refill, the inks, so. And I'm assuming that the inks are all different prices, maybe, depending on the color, I assume. Welcome back, Leslie. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not 100% positive. Because they just dropped, I think, in the last few days. They finally, I know they've been talking about the inks for a while, but I think they finally just released them in the last few days or so. So I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked in on them. Blend this out just a little bit. Where'd my blender pencil go? There you are. Sorry if my page is all over the place and I'm twisting and turning this page everywhere. It's just the way I color, I guess. I have them every which way you can imagine. Oh my goodness, kitty. My daughter's down here, so the cat absolutely loves her. So, you know, the cat's going crazy for my kid. He talks to her every time she comes down. Yeah, kitty kitty. Oh. Yeah, he talks to her constantly. He loves her. It's her buddy. Huh. Yep, that's her little buddy. Right? I know. Nala's always crazy with you, Pickle. You and Nala can have a full-on conversation. For God's sakes, the cat has her own tablet. Keeps her quiet. Whatever works. My cat, when he hears like birds or something on the TV or something, he literally starts searching the house for birds and stuff. It's absolutely hilarious. He starts going crazy looking for birds. I have 3 little dogs and I have 1 cat. My oldest daughter is supposed to be moving back in and she's supposed to be bringing, I think, 3 cats. She has like, I think she has 6 or 7 cats. But I told her, stipulation of moving here is you can only bring 3 with you because this isn't the cat house. And we're not going to be known as the crazy cat lady from down the street. That ain't happening. You know. I don't need that. I can create my own reputation without the help of cats. Yeah, she, with the price of rent for, you know, the way the world is now with the inflation prices and stuff, she's been on her own for 4 years with her boyfriend, but the rent here, they can raise the rent once a year by 2.5%, and their landlord has raised the rent a few times on them, so I mean, her and her boyfriend both work. And they get a little bit of help from the government, but it's just not enough to make ends meet. So she's going to move back in. She's going to move back home, and we're going to charge her, you know, a little bit of rent to get her back up on her feet. But it's the way it is, right? The way things are going. A lot of younger, the younger ones are moving back home with parents because it's too much on them. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's become quite a lot on these kids nowadays, so it's definitely not easy for them. think our girl is looking pretty cute here. I'm liking the colors so far. I mean, I'm not using a huge amount of colors. Kind of sticking to one kind of, you know, color scheme to a degree. I think she's looking kind of cute. Like I said, I didn't know how I was going to color this girl, but we made do with it, didn't we? Zoe, I am thinking about getting those, the bear book that you were coloring in on your live. I was thinking about getting, what do you call it? The fairy tales one, but there's also a cat one that, is like, I don't know, it's like magic and all kinds of like witchy, sorcery kind of stuff. So I want to get that one as well. So I'm thinking about getting that one myself. So hopefully I'll be able to color some of those pictures. My cat is actually, a couple of years ago we had a bat problem, and we couldn't even leave a window open because the bats were chasing bugs. So like the little bats, they were chasing bugs through our windows. They were flying, and they would fly right through the window chasing the bugs. My cat would hear them squeaking, and he would go and he would literally hunt them, and as they were flying he'd catch them mid-air and tear their wings so they couldn't fly, and then he toyed with it. Yeah, Dad has, the bottle was over there somewhere. Yeah, he would literally toy with these things. And let me tell you guys, this cat caught, how many? He caught quite a few bats. I think there was like 6 of them in the middle of the night. So if you guys know the squeak of a bat at 3 o'clock in the morning in a dead of sleep, and your cat is bringing this squealing freaking bat to the foot of your bed, that is the most terrifying feeling. And of course, the bat's wings were torn to crap, so of course, we had no choice but to kill the thing, put it out of its misery. Check my... What? So yeah, we had to... But that is not something you want to hear at, you know... Oh yes, Pickles' cat is very crazy. Nala is quite the character. She likes to knock Pickles' water from her watercolor paint. The cup of water that she usually has. The cat loves to knock that over on her while she's doing a stream. Yeah, that cat is nuts. Give me a second, I just gotta grab the charger, guys. Sorry if the light went out, guys, but I had to use this to charge my phone. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I have to record my haul too, girl. Like, you're not alone there, let me tell you. that I don't have a light now. Oh. I might have to switch this around here. Guys, I just gotta switch something around here. Because I need a bright light. I cannot color without my big light. My overhead light. Okay. Yeah. Pickle's kitty cat, Nala, has well, literally Pickles has to distract her cat with the tablet just so she can do a live. And if it turns off on the cat while she's doing her live, well, let me tell you, you'll know about it because the cat lets you know. And that cat is up Pickle's butt constantly. Doesn't let her be. And I don't know how many times she scared the jeebers out of Pickles. Aw, that's sweet, Pickle. Nala's just full of spunk, that's all. She's a spunky little thing. I love Nala. Why is this so weird? Why is this side giving me a hard time? Let's see if I bring that page down a bit. That'll work. It does a little bit. What the heck am I looking for? Oh, hope my mind is in the gutter again. What book did you get, Zoe? I know you said it's a Japanese book. I'm not one for portraits, so if it has like pictures of actual people, not chibis, then definitely not my book. I cannot do the whole portrait thing for the life of me. Let me tell you. Alright, now for the socks. Now for the socks. Let's see. Maybe we'll go pinky. That aqua color. All right, Lynn. It's, yeah. I think it's gonna rain here, though. It's getting kind of gloomy out, but...
Smoke from the forest.
Hey?
Get smoke from the forest fires.
Oh, is it more smoke from the forest fires?
Yeah, 'cause that's what I heard that scream was coming up.
Okay. I was wondering if it was just me that was seeing fog, or... Okay, so... I guess that rain didn't do much good.
Oh,
We didn't get much of it that day, though. It came down in buckets, but... It
yeah, well,
poured down, but it didn't really
yeah,
stay for long, so...
really.
Victorian fantasy. I think I seen that one on one of the Etsy shops that I was looking at. It sells a bunch of different Japanese books, not like by a certain artist, but it's a shop that has a whole bunch of different Japanese coloring books that they sell. And I think I remember seeing that one. I was looking at it, but alright, so her socks are done. And as for the pole here, I think we're gonna go with like a golden brown color. You sent the link where, darling? I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see anything that popped up, sweetie. Huh. Lord knows nowadays. Let me tell you. Aw, thank you. I don't know, those colors always look so cute together. They've always looked adorable together. Some of my favorite colors, you know, in your head as a colorist, you know, when you've been coloring for so long, you know kind of what colors kind of go well together and look good together, you know. So I am liking the picture, don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, I didn't really have a plan for her. I just kind of went with the flow, whatever my brain told me to do. Like, I know in my brain the color scheme. I'm trying to, you know, my head was figuring it out, but it's a matter of finding those colors to kind of work with you. This to blend these darker golden brown together. Might go a little bit darker than that. Oh yeah, I love pink and blue and blue and purple, like a tealy blue or any blue and purple. They look absolutely amazing together. Some of my favorite blends, honestly, are the blue and purple or the teal. I don't have one single nice little town book. You know that? Not one. I've been looking into them lately because, I don't know, I just looking for other things to add to my collection. But I know a lot of people have been raving about that big collection one she has, but it's quite on the pricey side, so. Yeah, somebody will have a flip through somewhere. I'm just wondering what color I should do. I think we'll go this kind of pink. For that part. And this part here. And we'll do this heart, but I will have something else to outline it and shade it with. I'm actually going to finish a picture on screen for a change. That's new, isn't it? Ah, I guess I should color more of her pictures while I'm on screen. Ow, cat! I'm not scratching the pole. Thank you. The cat just said start using me as a scratching post. Not happening. Thank you. I love you, kitty, but I don't love you that much. Oh, that's that white one. Okay, I think this is the one. Huh. Don't know if this is the one. Might be. Yeah. Ooh, happy birthday. I was winning here. Like, did I miss something? I thought that person was blocked. Where am I? Okay. I seriously need to get mods in this. On my streams. But I don't have that many people that join my streams at the moment, so blend that out. Sorry if I go quiet again. Sometimes I just start concentrating. I think I'm gonna go like purple. Just add a little bit of purple into this today. No, that's not it. Is that it? Yeah. You'd happily mod for me? Well, I will keep that in mind, darling. Like I said, I don't have a lot of people in my streams as of yet. So maybe when I end up getting some more people on my streams, Zoe has lots of love. And, you know, so you should. You're so sweet and amazing. And the wings. Let me see. What is that teal blue one? What's this one? That's the one I want. That is the one I want. Keep it purple. For the wings on this thing. And then we will add the blue on the end. Add the purple again, just to kind of make sure it blends out. Anybody been, watching any new shows, anything? And you're very welcome, darling. It is well deserved. Blend you out. This part here will blend out a bit. Alright, now as for this color here, I think I'm going to go like a bright green to kind of give it like a glowy effect. Does that make sense? Could sound like I'm loopy here, but it's the color I kind of want to go with. Nice. I love Orange is the New Black. I have been watching NCIS Los Angeles and Murdoch Mysteries and there's a few other shows that I've been pretty hooked on. So I love my true crime stuff, so I'm always watching something true crime. Jensen Ackles. You guys are funny. He's a good looking dude though, Jensen Ackles. I'm just gonna give the outline of this a little bit more of a, not too much of a, go a little bit darker to outline not much, but I'm just going to go in with this kind of green just to give it a little bit of a shadow. And I will, let's see what I'm looking for. I'll probably do a chalk pastel background. I love my chalk pastels. But I'll probably go with like a soft pink. Usually I have something on as I color, like in my coloring area. I have my phone and I will have, something going in the background. So I'm not sitting in complete silence when I color. So, and sometimes when an episode seems really good, then I stop coloring and I end up staring at the phone, watching something. And the little diamonds, we will, oh, I gotta do this purple right here. Can you handle Jensen and Scott together there, Zoe? You think so? That's funny. Oh, you girls are too funny. I love yous. Oh, I forgot one little droplet thingy there. One little droplet. I gotta fix that with the green. Uh-oh, my phone went down. That's not good. There we go. Oh my goodness, you girls are hilarious. Alright, warrior strips here, I guess. Blue. Add some blue to that. A little bit of blue to that. And let's see. Guess we can do blue eyes, right? I'm not great with eyes, so I don't do well with eyeballs. It's one thing I don't do. Use my white, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not great with eyeballs. But I will use my white paint pen if I can find her. She was here somewhere. There she is. I know you're there. You don't do sloppy seconds. Oh, you girls. Too funny. Yes. Now all I have to do is chalk pastel background and the picture is done. Wow. That's a first for me. On a live anyways. I know it's a little bit longer than it usually is, but it's 20 minutes over the time, but we can make it work. This is the last of it anyways, so. What? Gotta get my cotton balls. Oh, got a cotton swab. Or cotton ball, sorry. And let's see. We're gonna go with pink background, I'm assuming. Sure, why not? Let's go pink, ladies. Who's my dream man? That would be Adam Levine from Maroon 5. That is my dream man. Yep, I love Maroon 5 and I love his music. Alright, so the way I usually do this is either I scrape it onto the paper or I scrape it onto my lid where I have all my chalk pastels in. I make you nervous with my knife? Pickle. It's all good. I'm so used to that thing. I've been nicked by it before. It's like a paper cut almost. Ah, go away. What? And I just kind of... Ah. Good thing about chalk pastel is you can erase it if, you know, it goes too far over or something, or usually markers it drives me crazy when it goes over the markers. Oh, you ladies. And she's all done, ladies. Let me just kind of, whoop, 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 whoop. And there she is. And that is all she wrote for today. I know the cat has been a little longer, and, you know, everything's been a little longer today, but it's all good. I enjoyed everybody's company. She's all done. I don't usually use fixative on when I use chalk pastel, just because of the fact that it doesn't really come off after I'm done with it. It kind of just stays there. But yeah, that's all she wrote. So thank you, ladies, all my colorful dreamers. I will see you next Saturday around the same time, and we shall see what we color and what pencils we use. And remember to stay safe, be kind, keep smiling, and happy coloring. And thank you. Bye.